Tak chat, pomůžu jsou se sponzor pořadu. Sponzor pořadu Cinkačka, vše to bylo další prokliknete. Bylo mi řečeno, že je to jedna z nejdůležitějších spoluprácí pro ty chlapy, co to mi to takhle dohazujou, takže na to klikněte, pak to spolu klidně na streamu založíme. Pokud tam, no, osobní údaje asi ne, ale actually to chci založit. Takže budu moc další proklikněte Cinkačku. Třeba dostaneme pochvalu. A jdeme na hru. Kde jsi tam vzal už? Ty co mají? What? Co se stalo?
Well, Benji Fisher did say don't take an angel against Safe a one-on-one, but it's a one-on-3 here.
He's got so much left to clear. They didn't check yellow the first time. I think he'll definitely do it now, and he has hit the dink already.
Sázku se nesázím tady. Až seženeme nějaký shop, co bude dávat smysl, tak třeba jsem dávat sázky, ale teďko...
VCT EMEA MVP last year.
Oh, ne.
Oh, Takas is low and he's scared for it.
30 seconds left.
It's just a chase. Safe.
Oh, masakra.
Takas is able to find the better angle in the end. It got dicey, but Gentlemates get the first round locked and loaded.
Jak jsem dostal ta Viper tak rychle, kámo.
The thing is, that round initially at least was played so well by Vitality, they just didn't check yellow. That's literally the only reason they lose this round, is they are so focused
Tohle je crazy, jako no.
that they end up losing it because they didn't expect the second player to be there, which, to be honest, with how far forward Takas was and how far back Natank was, you kind of understand why they made that mistake.
That's very true, very true. Great start for Gentlemates, especially considering the map pool. I'm not quite confident on it, right? Both of the first two maps that they've got.
Je to šlo Martinovi. Martin hra na poslední strašně dávno. Oh, počkej! To je Echo! To je Echo od Vitality. Co to je? To je anti-Echo od Gentlemates. A je to 2v5. Co se stalo?
We all got caught with our pants down. That's what this round is.
Tomu fandíme? Asi Gentlemates. Fandím Gentlemates, ale nemusel by jak trovat kola. Moje důvody jsou, nemám moc rád hráče, co jsou Vitality. A ještě k tomu Vitality jsou ve skupině s Fnatic. Když prohraju, tak to je dobrý pro Fnatic, takže... Tak. A Gentlemates jsou jaký bobíci prostě. To je crazy minute, co tam dělá ten Enzo. Já jsem viděl tady jenom staty, ne situace, ale... Ale jsem rád, že vidím prostě mladou krev tady mrskat starouše. Takže se vidíme za rok ve franšíze takzvaně, nebo teda já vás tam vidím. My se vidíme pak tady tak na streamu. Jako Enzo je hezký chlap, ale zase. Jak za rok, tak za 14 dní.
Wow, that is poetic.
Hele, čím dřív, tím líp, Mini. Čím dřív, tím líp. Už mě nebaví čekat, vole. Už mě nebaví čekat. To leží tak, když čekáš, vole, na Vánoce. Prostě víš, že přijdou ty Vánoce, ale už nechceš čekat. Už na začátku prosince si říkáš, pičo, ale... Nějaký čerty, nechci vůbec řešit nějaký čerty, chci už Vánoce. Tak šup, čeho to masík?
Does Bayaz might be the first in contention, the only player with Gentlemates that realistically has a gun and a chance, but Safe instantly rips his head off his shoulders. So that's going to easily open up this site for Vitality as they waltz right in.
Čau, Drex, ty kety, jakože já si nesázím.
Logan with a sheriff, always deadly. But I think at this stage of the round you have to look at Gentlemates and say any damage they can do, great. Other than that, die to the spike.
Spike planted.
Well, looks like Gentlemates are actually going to go for it this time around. Taka's very deep, gets caught. And this just keeps the chances being further lower for the other Gentlemates. Yeah, they are going to be saving this. But you're right. This is a match that Gentlemates have got to win if they want to have a chance for playoffs. And you know, when the game's in their own hands, it's still a good thing. It does, you know, they don't really depend on other teams winning, losing. They've just got to win this match. And the one against Team Liquid, an explosive end to that round. Andalusia flawless, going out to Vitality. 2 consecutive ones at that, by the way. And
ale možná na tu Šanghaj. Bych si obnovil účet na ty páčku. Robloxu samozřejmě. Uvidím.
Cypher are okay, like maybe you look at other things that are going to be in play on the other side, but like a res.
Doufám, že tady nebudu sám, chlapáci, doufám, že mě tady necháte samotnýho. Kdy to je? V květnu? Na konci května to je, myslím, možná? Na konci května.
It's not only in a tank, but he's got the reassurance of a back line for him as well. Maybe front line, everybody lining up here, but Runner super accurate on his first engagements. And Vitality in a matter of seconds are way ahead in this round.
Vandička, kundička, ahoj.
Yeah, that looked way too easy. Like that wasn't even like, I don't think they threw a particular pot flash or anything that left them awkward. That was just dry firefights for Runner. He's just won both. And it's exactly the same as round number 2. That's a very bad sign early on for Gentlemates.
And it's brilliant that you highlighted Runner earlier today as well, right? One of the rookies that came into the season and has had high flying performances.
One of the rookies.
He hasn't really stood out, given that we had so many other rookies.
Yeah.
But let's be fair. He's one of the reasons why
he's
done super well the past few times we've seen them play. And he's keeping those stats up, keeping those entries, and pretty much allowing Vitality to play off the advantage every single time. Vitality going for the chase.
Nesleduju ten region, ale
they've got no risk
zatím nejvíc.
And you can see this is whole swarm trying to
Kdybych si netypnul, tak klidně ty Genji.
Trying to get rid of all of the rifles. And are we going to be seeing another flawless?
Pokud Genji nepelopli, tak Genji. A nebo Paperex s Jingem. Nebo Paperex s Jingem, no. Tady ta Evropa i NA vypadá až moc vyrovnaně. Ahoj Vixeno. Ještě ne. Mám tady smutíčko. Dneska mám tekuté ovoce.
I mean, it's crazy that Vitality did get that thrash very early and still didn't have to use it. And now they've got plenty to their disposal in this attack. A little bit of a slower start to this one. Gentlemates not going for fast exchange. They do have a tank lurking very deep on that side. They won't be greeting much apart from keeping the information.
Mezi tuhletou hrou a NA je pár hodinek. Ahoj Myšáku. Banánový, ne, to je... Jo, pineapple, banana, coconut. To ananasový prostě.
Yeah, I think as well that Dizzy just hit 2 players, so they already know there was a couple aggressing there. You might expect a supportive player, and actually it's a full stack up.
Jak to přežil ten molík?
That's such a massive dagger. They've realized they're full players here, but they already gotten 2 kills. What's the call here from Vitality? Did they back away? Wingman sitting in, safe on the lurk, but they're still being caught. Gentlemates have got numbers advantage. How did that
teďko aktuálně máme 2 borce. Ukáž? Flank Judge. Judge na flanku. Judge na flanku. To je disaster. Tak ne. Je to skvělý.
Yeah, it's a round as well where you kind of look at Vitality and go, you have that lurking player, didn't really push forward as maybe you would have expected. A couple of players caught.
Je Killjoy C a Q viditelné volným okem. Co to je volné oko? Má DRX šanci? DRX, kámo. Co prokletý.
Fantastic throughout the season, but it's just whether or not those rounds can actually turn into anything, because that's been the major issue. It just hasn't really gone anywhere.
It really has.
Dobrý den, tatko Average, víte, čo je to? Tatko Tatkovský.
I mean, that's kind of insane given that Gentlemates haven't had the wins that other teams have had, and he's still being able to perform time and time again.
This round at least is not going to be too problematic for Vitality.
Či to je neviditelné na zemi? Je Jakmile to tam chvilku už je na zemi, tak to je neviditelný, dokud nejsi blízko k tomu. Když to tam někdo hází nebo dává, tak to vidíš i z dálky chvilku. Nebo když taky lže mimo range. Ale potom to vidíš jen když jsi na close. Něco jako Self-Fire.
Sender keeping an eye out on the back end, and Wailers is no more.
They played so well with the utility here. His flank could be absolutely everything.
Flank jak bomba.
He's just playing on that
no
time,
flank,
waiting for them to try and execute him with 2 players ahead of him so desperately low. Now he could almost just play with them, try and pull them back even further.
Exactly, all he has to do is just stay in that position and just play with the feelings of Gentlemates, because they've got no comfort going in, no comfort falling back.
Jak to, že jim bludí jak zadarmo. Oni si pekli devkom. Bez dualisty. A nedefujou. To po několikátý, co vidím, si na tak nechává tu volu.
I like the way that they're playing with this. I think it's something that Gentlemates are going to have to adapt to. Like, you can't allow Safe to just get in on the flank, especially when you're actually running a killjoy that should be able to get you that information. Like, we've seen teams, I think it was Foot.
A něco instavolujou a potom ať zkusí to nechávat si tu volu. Za mě to hrát obráceně je divný. Chápu, že to mají na retakey, ale nejsem fanda. Čau boosty, jo, Markison. Piča!
I mean, we can see the approach here from Gentlemates. They always like pushing up a little bit, whether that's the side.
Čupí na short jak piča.
In mid, up against Tube. No one will be greeting them, but maybe they can break the bots. It will cause a little bit of uncertainty for Vitality.
To napapaný a jdeme se soustředit na hru. Mám moje snídaně mimochodem. Vamos. Čau Nachy. Aziz je mínus. Není. Stihl to.
So now a post-plant lockdown. They've also got themselves Thrash. This is not going to be an easy retake for the side of Gentlemates. Not at all. I'm trying to look at the utility.
Já jsem dneska vytípil budíka a utnul jsem znova, to nebylo dobrý, no. To nebylo dobrý. Proto doufám, že ten mekáček mě uspí potom. Sousno brzo.
Approaching, Two trying to sidestep Sender's peak and the flash on the defuse already.
Náboje!
Running out of bullets, but it seems to not have mattered because
broken ultinka.
That's the important part. Wailers on the chase, Thrash after them as well, but back on the spike again.
Počkej,
not much time to
to defl.
Limited visibility and Gentlemates get the execute.
No.
I can't believe he held that wall for so long.
To je ta stage vola, no. Ale jestli by to bylo nějaký jako stomp a huge se říct nedá, ale zkusil bych něco stage vola a potom uvidíme. Budíka na půlnoc, WTF. Čau Jagger. To se mi stalo poprvé za poslední měsíce, actually. Já jsem vyčípil budíka, ale... A pak usol znova. Nebo horku jak píče těž, ale... Nebylo dobře. Jako zbudil jsem se asi hoďku a půl později, jo, ale stejně. A potom dělám fintičku. Že pracuješ hladovej, jestli produktivnější. Tak uvidíme.
That's exactly what Gentlemates need. Start to have your individual showing up and getting these frags. And Vitality now in trouble, perplexed. Denied the opportunity to put that spike in the ground. And Gentlemates, all they have to do is play it slow. Wait
to robí. To byl takový G-goal jako 60 IO.
Vitality have to go for the push here. Rez will bring another to life and Logan wants the ace.
No to bylo hezký kolo. Ale z těch jsem ani vidět sám stalo, ale. Chrodinu probuzení, yes. Jen kávec prostě. A ještě bych se chtěl dostat do fáze, kde budu mít nějaký druhý hovno telefon. Kde toho budu mít úplně málo. A na tom budu ty prvních 4-5 hodin, když stanu, a nebudu na svém telefonu, ale. Kde mám všechny sociální sítě a píčoviny. Kde mě rozstylujou. A jsou na designu, na to mě rozstylovali, kurva. Chodíš do práce? Ne, jasný, ty vole. Tak to je smůla. Moje práce teďko je promovat tady cinkačku. Majku, dík do 3 GG's. A zítra mám práci v Praze, no. Manuální práci. Eriku, manuální práci zítra v Praze. Musím tam dojet. Večer se ještě vrátit. To se na šichtu tady. Pohoda, moje kostoty. Čeho Trouble Madness? Aj! Vailers! Vailers! 1-7 na jednou triple kill. Barte, hezky jsi to řekl, ale není tomu tak. Tomu fandí, gentlemates.
Yeah, I actually think gentlemates in that round, even though they take it through, they were a little bit unlucky. Their initial setup was spot on. They were expecting a lurk back through mid, they put their utility there, and it actually just took a hero play. Like, that's what it was. They got all the information. I like the fact that Wailers realizes if he stays in his pit, he's either going to get forced out from the front or so he opts to take a risk.
Jeremy Fragrance, kamaráde. Místo kouče. Za co to dělá ten světlo, kamo, ale to je strašný.
No, they want some of the most insane rounds you'll ever see. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. A huge round from Logan, a huge round from Wailers. And well, by the looks of it, Vitality might be a little bit rattled. To double down on what you said, Tom, Gentlemates is a type of team that will play well when they're most under pressure. Right? Whenever we've seen them at their best, it was when they were about to drop off from a tournament, about to, be in a final, for example, winning Ascension, making it to VCT EMEA.
Bych si reálně mohl jít lehnout. Až tak.
Perhaps is this what we're seeing? Comfort in discomfort. And yeah, this time out here from Vitality, evidence that things aren't going right for them. Yeah, especially again how this started. How they've been able to actually do quite well to push and pull the map a little bit, like put people into awkward fights, and then just those players in awkward positions seem to be able to take things over the line. Even still though, financially not too much of a problem. Logan has been reading the book of old school Yumpy and has decided to bring the operator out on the Killjoy. Obviously they don't have a duelist, so it does kind of make sense if you're going to run it, it has to be on someone, but looking at where he's going, again he's looking for that mid fight.
Chodit spát 4 ráno přestává dávat smysl. Jenom ve 4.
First time watching Gentlemates. He was the one that stuck around. He's ready to try and take that fight. No fear.
Ty kola jsou strašně taky hektický mi přijde, já nevím proč, mě dělá problém hrozně jakoby stíhat sledovat, bro. Zkusíme. Náčku, Sage Walla, all good. NPC. Delaynu to 30 vteřin, tu Sage Wallu, to je huge. Aziz minus. No jak to jako plentnou bez Sage Wally. To mě zajímá, jak to plentnou jako. To jako na papíře je finito, na papíře tohle je finito pro Vitality. Nemají ani kontrol mapy, nic se jako. No. Tak, na papíře jsem to měl správně. Jdeme dál.
Yeah, they've started to streak it together. They've started to work out what their opponents are doing. These early fights going their way, but also just again, this is
Já mám dítě, co mě vzbudí, já se nemůžu chlupkávat. Musíš mu pořídit toto. Kolik mu je? To je jedno. Bylo to se o to postará.
They're just denying it. That's all they're doing. Double utility. They used a fragment and a mosh because they were like, okay, if it's on the corner, if it's not quite in the right place, one won't do it. So let's just deny it. Play from that position.
Sage Volka Insta.
That is absolutely absurd.
To bych chtěl vidět, jak jsem dostal, kámo. Jakože konzistentně hituje ten skok, jo, Nathan. Konzistentně to hituje ten skok. Dobře.
So how can they react to this? I'm actually amazed that Takas is stuck by. This might be his downfall though, or he might be able to change the tide of this round.
No, actually může dělat tu volu, aniž by tam doskočil, že vlastně. On tam ani nemusí to doskočit. Tý zelený, no z nestu, že jo, klidně. Ale vzduchu klikneš. Jako hitnout ten skok na žen je strašně těžký. Je fakt strašně, to je nejtěžší skok ve Valoši, jo.
It's anyone's game. Oh, but Kicks reveals himself. The intuition in Takas' head is absurd.
Takas, little bit of fuck us.
Wailers.
A já dáme.
To find the final kill, but gentle mates are keep on giving.
Budem koukat dneska na Aspase, no, Barte. A pak jdem spinkat. Co bylo za kill?
No, nothing. No, absolutely nothing. Just decided a guess that's gonna just
Let's go.
It's got to be infuriating. Wow.
Jak je šťastný bobík. Jak je šťastný bobík.
For the side of Gentlemates. A map that was chosen by their opposition because of, again, some of the struggles we've seen. The last time they played this was versus KC. They lost 6-13.
No nevím. Pokud to zase bude Phoenix hovno komp někde, tak to je ještě Aspas pro YouTube, uvidíme.
And this time Gentlemates have brought a twist that Vitality did not expect. So far, so good on the defense. We'll have to see how that works out on the attack. But for now, one more round left in the half.
Nevím, jak moc insane je ten G2 matchup.
Two players lurking around here from Gentlemates and go for the double swing. Quick way to find yourself numbers advantage.
Where's the support? If he's claiming an orb,
G2 bývalý jako insane zápasu se, ale potom Carlos se rozhodl, že to chce trochu dojebat. OKčko Malkison. Víš, jak mi napiš tečku na IG nebo něco, až vypnu stream a podívám se na IG, ať mi to připomene. To je dobrá ultina, no. To je huge ultina.
Can he save his teammate's life? It's Kicks to do so, but Takas needs to check every corner. They could be anywhere because they've been quite ratty thus far. But the lockdown will allow Vitality some room to get the spike down.
Tečka.
So much util still available though for the defense to try and get back in. They've got flashes, nano swarms.
Tohle je jedna mapa nebo dvě mapa nebo dokonce 3 mapa. To poznáš podle té grafiky. Co je za mapa? Co to je? Kámo, mu dá hlavu wallbang. Já si udělám nové body, já si udělám body do toho guideu a to v tom guideu řeknu taky, kámo. Sice se furt lidi budou ptát, ale aspoň to bude někde zaznamenaný. Jak se orientovat v tom Valorant rozvržení,
In this case, they've gone for a composition, they've seen another team run, maybe they've run it in scrims, we don't know, but
jak se směje bobík furt.
Seeing the individuals pop off as well. There's not one player that I'm going to be like, this guy's carrying them, or yeah, it's Natang just doing everything. No, musí. A very minimal difference between the rest, and everybody's had their big moments, and that's what we love about Gentlemates. When they're on, it seems like everyone's just performing.
I mean, coming into this one, we looked at the maps, we said maybe this is quite bleak for Gentlemates. Everybody had them as, you know, the underdog, and definitely showing up here, definitely making everyone to second guess themselves. They've got double the amount of rounds Vitality have, and I believe it's a 6-round winning streak for them as well. Already with first blood and the second pistol of this game, and he might want to keep it going. That's aggressive. He doesn't even have friends, and he gets the job done.
Co? Jak nemá friends? Týpek ho desí, že nemá kamarády. A je to první mapa, mimochodem, je to první mapa.
Maybe a little bit overzealous, but look at the HP. 11 and 12 for the side of Vitality.
One bullet should do it on either of them.
Vejstnutej Aziz, vole, vejstnutej Aziz.
Oh, we're talking about Gentlemates here, Tom. They are going to go around and kick. Oh, he's not looking at them. And instead, Wailers gets to pick on Sender.
Zasloužená prohra, pokud zahazuješ Azizem, tak.
Oh, they're waiting as well. They're so ready for absolutely everything. It's just these mid rounds again, and look at the position of Takas. He's just waiting for him to try and come back through mid. This pistol
Jsi zabral tu synkačku?
A huge open up.
Je dobrá, ne, Jagger?
A great reposition as well from mates calling off the
God did.
Vitality, they're not looking good at this point.
It's the same thing over again. Keep them on their toes, keep them thinking, keep them second guessing, keep them
moc starých kamarádů.
Watching out every single corner won't be enough.
My dohazují spolupráce, people happy.
The Gentlemates are everywhere this game.
It's one of those games as well. If you're like a
to je dobrý, ne, Jagger? Lidi to založíme ještě na streamu, kámo. Jako 2000 za 2 platby, za 2 rohlíky, to je insane.
In those big round scenarios, in those clutches, that's where mates have been better by a hefty margin. And while obviously this round Vitality can't really afford to invest much into it.
Gondek,
not much more.
To bys měl? Ne, ale líknout tam.
It has to be a risk taken.
Všechno.
Actually, for now at least, Gentlemates are taking
čísla občanky.
Bear in mind that that's what this comp sort of allows them. You've got an awful lot of utility that you can play with, extra flashes, that you have the knife as well, you have the dizzy, everything that
udělat návod?
And then if it comes down to it, you can just use the wall to get you in an after plant, and with pistols there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
No, not really.
Já to zvládnu všichni.
Last time Vitality lost the pistol, they had an answer to it.
Chtěl to hlavně pak ukázat.
No 2K for runner, straight away.
Z jedné strany. Co to je za volu, kámo? Kámo, to je strašně dobrý play. To byl strašně dobrý play, kámo.
You've got to have your gun out every single time, every moment of the game. If you don't,
kámo,
you might as well die. Well, if you do, you might die anyway. Gentlemates have turned up
to je stampíček tohleto. Kdo máte vsazeno Gentlemates, tak to musí cinkat, takhle, to musí cinkat. Tyjo, ty jsi ten CANTZER? Ano, Filipe, ahoj, jsem já. Byl dobrý play jak svině, actually. Že zná i tu jeho tu, zná jeho Viper volu. Víš, že ta Viper vola tam nenechá díru. To cením. Sender byl vždycky hrošík trochu. To stane, bro. Jaký video se můžeme těšit? Na druhém kanále všechno možný, na hlavním kanále jsem teďko posílal 4 roky valorant, něco takovýho. Jaký vybraný hry z rankeru dobrý. Seš mikaný. No jo. Vuta, viděl jsem jaký klipy, no. Ale líbí se mi, kdo koukáte na streamy fakt dlouho, tak víte, že to je jako real. Líbí se mi, že jsem říkal, že Wood je nejlepší, už jsme ho potkal na rankerech, a Elite nejlepší, až ho potkal na rankerech. A kdo má 2 nejlepší staty aktuálně v lize? Wood teda po jednom zápase, ale chápeš? Crazy. Oba to jsou Turci, by the way. Pak máš Rience, který má insane staty a všechno. Alpha Airloni, jako ty Turci. International teamech jsou insane často, fakt. Turci v tureckých týmech somehow to nedopinkaj do perfection, ale Turci v evropských týmech jsou jak successful většinou. Ale bylo bych CANTZER radši poprosil úplně krátkou dotazníku k bakalářstvu a sportu. Pošli. Mezi mapama vyplníme. Pošli dotazník. Čau Frozen.
That's crazy. I don't blame Salah for taking a timeout here because Vitality, honestly, obviously under pressure, they've started to take risk. We're starting to see isolated fights come out for them. We start to see unassisted fights, whether that's.
Jsem sledoval tvoje videa jako malý kluk, a kolik tě je teďko, Filipe? Už jsi velký kluk?
You know, we're not strangers to seeing Vitality get into their own heads. They've had struggles closing out maps. They've had struggles closing out series. We're not strangers to this at all. But yeah, Salah's trying to put them back in their place here. Get serious about this one.
I also think just gentlemates are like a lot of the time you're going to see gentlemates either play very sort of like close games or games where they look fantastic because a lot of the time they'll drag teams into their style of play. Yeah. So like look at the way that
Čau Fera, jak dlouho je to pauza mezi mapama? 5-10 minut většinou. 15 let.
And that's the thing, it's like you look at this and go, okay,
cool.
They're pushing me. I want to try and bring the round back into our favor, and they're like, you're playing our game now. You're in our court now. And that's the thing. They've come into this, looks incredibly well prepared. They're running a composition that is not very gentlemates-esque, and it looks good.
It really does.
Kdy budeš to VCT i ty? To nevím, Štěpáne. Vezem tam Miniho spíš. A Leška. Za kolik týdnů tam budou. Ale taky bych se měl podívat do Berlína. My už tam slibovali, takže aspoň něco. Akorát teda trochu jinak.
But maybe they need a bit of a confidence boost. The Save getting a couple of Sharon headshots, starting to feel they can smash heads again because that's what they know how to do. They've got really great players on this Vitality roster. They need to remember that.
Zapnout na sovu? Ne asi. Komentátor. No to jsi uletěl. S mým českým přízvukem v angličtině. They are now pushing B, ty vole. Na tank planting bomb do píči. Neboj se.
And it looks like gentlemates will get an Andalusia flawless. It looked casual, it looked easy, probably because it was that round.
Yeah, no, again, once this gets into an afterplan, especially when
tam děroval se lidem asi. A tam máš takový ty streamer booty. Tam máš streamer booty, hlavně na těch international eventech. To už zvětšovali. Je tam mají prostě řadu kompů jak svině. A je tam prostě klidně 30 streamerů celého světa, co tam dělají WATCHPARTY přímo z místa. That's crazy, man. Brumla. Díky moc za 12 měsíční resub, Brumlo, a blahopřeju k Radiantu, děkuji.
Because there's not really much he can do, especially with a Thrash already looking to clear some of those close angles.
Pepo, to se nedozvíme. To se nedozvíme.
Has been caught behind. Good thing they throw out the Thrash because there's no way I don't think they would have expect this. Easy pick. Can they just find the landing here? A little bit troubling. Beyaz again being sneaky. No way. No way, they don't check this!
Oh, he flashed him!
Oh no!
Come on, so neuvědomí.
They still don't check his corner! No! Bloody way!
A dobrý disciplin. Dobrý disciplin, ale.
Oh my god, it could have gone either way, but Vitality get the stick in the end. And calm us all down.
Čau lidský top. Jsem nějaké pozadu, ale MB neznám. M8 to je. Největší francouzská, no největší nevím. Největší čísla mají možná. Francouzská orga, co vyhráli Ascension. Vyhráli Ascension minulý rok. Zápasy dneska tak do půlnoci. Nebo jako tu ten zápas, rankedy a potom hraje Aspas proti G2.
Recipe of success at this point. Send up. What on earth can you do here? It's a completely different setup for Gentlemates this time around.
Jaký je plantíček, ale dobrý plantíček.
Otherwise, it's over on map number 1, and they're down their own map pick. Takas wants to go aggressive, and for good reason, Runner finally puts him to rest. But how much more can you find? Sender's in the fight.
Škoda molíčku možná.
He needs reinforcements and he doesn't quite have it yet.
Byl greedy.
Na tank. A triple already to him and he knows exactly where Runner's going to come.
Na tank tam nebude podle mě. Jak extrémně dlouho v těch Gentlemates. Na tank má performance strašně pravidelně dobrou, ale legit. Legit jako na tank má hrozně konzistentní performance, no. Je proti dobrým týmům. Tak uvidíme.
No!
Co to je? Kámo, to je... Aziz chlap, to je ten... Magor.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is this? Oh no.
Cyclone. Ok, Magor. Ale ten týpek, co mu dělá TikTok, je Magor. Čum, kámo. Čum, kolik TikToků dává... Dneska ještě nedal tolik? Dneska ještě nedal tolik. A za včerejšek ukáž? 20 hodin, 21 hodin, 23 hodin, jeden den, 2 dny, 3 dny. Kámo. Je prostě 8 TikToků denně, vole. Psycho. To je psycho. Čau, nube. Šus. Co ten dotazník, někdo chtěl dotazník dělat a neposlal mi ho. Pošleme ho ještě jednou, já pak hodím do chatu, ať to vidí všichni. Jsem e-sport závodník, let's go. Čau, Samino.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Kaš? To je dotazníkos. To je dobrý song tohle. It's a lot. Je to safe? Roxanne už to udělala, je to safe? Nebo jsem nějaký obrázky v tom? Nevím, jak to funguje v tom. Oh shit, ok, díky, super, a jsem budu mít na co koukat, mám puštěný stream, tetuju, nesmím si nechat ujít streamy. Respektuji grind. Tetuj. Tak ukáž, co tu máme. Nechám to v pozadí hrát asi. Tak, co tu máme? E-sport jako prostředek marketingové komunikace. Dobrý den, videoherní a sportovní nadšenci. Moc vám děkuji za váš čas a ochotu pomoci mi ve výzkumu brnou bakalářskou práci na téma e-sport jako prostředek marketingové komunikace. Vaše odpovědi snad přispějí k růstu tohoto odvětví, nebo alespoň něco málo napoví o jeho vývoji. Prosím o co nejpřesnější odpovědi, ale samotný výsledek co nejpřesnější. Díky. Jaké je vaše pohlaví? Nepřeji si uvádět. Které jsou jenom 2 pohlaví. Jsem muž. Váš aktuální věk? Ještě měsíc 22, ještě jsem mlaďas. Kámo! He did me dirty like this? He did me dirty like this, vole, no, na první stránce, vole. OK, dude. OK, jaké je vaše nejvyšší dosažené vzdělání? No. Do sčítání lidu zadávám něco jiného, ale bez sčítání lidu, kamaráde, je normálně záložka, nedokončené, jak to je, víceleté gymnázium. Tohle to dělám, Aleši. OK, já tady budu muset dát základní, no. Bude na to peníze, ne, ale budu mít dobré pocit a karmu do plusu a třeba si mě někdo jednou vybere do nějakého turnaje. Kecám, vole. Jedem dál. Esport otázky pro výzkum. Hrajete počítačové nebo konzolové hry? Ano. Hrajete počítačové nebo konzolové? Ano. OK. Jak byste charakterizovali své zájmy v oblasti e-sportu? Jsem příležitostný hráč e-sportových titulů, jsem profesionální, semiprofesionální hráč, jsem divák. Jsem divák. Můžu hrát obojí? Co bylo? Tak někdo si že se to někdo zrovna taky tam odkašlal. Nebude se odkašlávat, když já se odkašlávám. Dáme TikTok song. Tak. Považujete e-sport za regulární sport? Jasný, ty vole, že jo. Sledujete streamy, videa, výsledky nebo živé přenosy e-sport akcí? Ano. Nyní aktuálně, vamos. Kolik času zdravíte sledování e-sportu v porovnání s klasickými sporty? Více, méně, stejně nesleduji. Nesleduji normální sporty skoro. Co je pro vás největší motivace k účastnit na e-sportovém turnaji z pozice diváka? Co je vaše největší motivace k účastnit na e-sportovém turnaji z pozice diváka? No. Přeji výhru mým koňům. Tak. Které značky společnosti máte nejvíce spojeny s e-sportem? Tyhle, první určitě Red Bull. Ty to asi použilo hodně všude. Já to vezmu si toho valožku, no. Secret Lab taky hodně, vole, mě vykukuje. A poslední jako I'm Lab, třeba nevím, jestli se dá počítat, to úplně není. Big Shock, to je tady v Česku. Světově. Co tak registruju u toho. ROG. Thrifty Mastercard. To je až teďko nově. HyperX jsou dlouho. Fnatic, no. Pěkně, prostě. HyperX tam byli dlouho. A bývají. Chat! Značky společnosti jako business, ty vole, ne? Obvykle to je otázka jako na tohle a ne na organizace herní. To by kde klupe jinak. Monster taky, no. A asi Logitech, no, asi Logitech. A Logitech jako moc nevyskakoval, jsou tam často jako super lightky, pičovinky. HyperX, no. Monster taky bývají, no, ale nechám to u toho valožku. U toho valožku bych řekl, tu ty 4 jsou třeba takový hodně cool. I ten Mastercard je jako cool, vole. Jsem byl hodněkrát. Nekupujete herní vybavení a periférie, to je jasný. Tips Ford, no. V CS určitě. Pokud kupujete herní vybavení, jakou značku preferujete? Razor! Klasický Razor. Spiderman. Pojď, jak raky. Steel Series, Rapture, Yankee, Genius, Zowie, BenQ, není BenQ Zowie? jakoby. BenQ nespadá BenQ pod Zoe. Nebo obráceně. Zoe pod BenQ teda. Nevím. Čau Luzar. Uvítali byste možnost zkusit si herní vybavení předem, to je jasný, ty vole. Jak často kupujete produkty určené k hraní počítačových nebo konzolových her? Produkty, jako počítá se o to i skiny ve hře? Jednou za měsíc cca. Čau Podrňou, jasně. To si pamatuju i z minulosti, že takové akce měly banky prostě nesmyslně jakoby pro ně drahý, ale je to jedno, no. Spíš klávesnice a myš. Jo, já to beru i s podložkama. Kdyby to neměly být skiny a jako podložky, klávesnice, myš, sluchátka, tak je to jednou za měsíc, no, cca. Nebo několikrát ročně. Pěkně, Alešku. Proč vybíráte herní vybavení nebo produkty spojené s gamingem? Ty vole. Můžu dát víc tady? Co je odborná recenze? Já beru odbornou recenzi jako doporučení profesionálních hráčů. Influencerů moc ne. No, podle čeho vybírám? Tak první asi tady šulínci, že moji přátelé jsou profesionální hráči. Kvalita, cena mi většinou byla tu tam jedno. Jakoby. Jak s čím teda? Herman Millerku, vole, ani Secret Lab židli jsem si nekoupil třeba, no, kvůli ceně, ale to asi udávat nebudu. No, nechal bych to takhle. Jak vnímáte sponsoring reklamu v e-sportu, který na našich výroků nejlépe odpovídá vašim pocitům? Reklamu sponsoring vnímám spíše pozitivně, pomáhá to e-sportu. Reklamu sponsoring vnímám spíše negativně, ruší mě to. Je mi to jedno, je to reklama jako každá jiná. Něco mezi těma 1 a 3, no, ale asi víc, to první. Setkali jste se s reklamou přímo ve hře? Může se na to herní přenít nápisy, bannery, zvuky? Ano. A jakou reklamu se jednalo? Jak přímo jako konkrétní, jo? Počítá se jako reklama to, že tam jsou, vole, změněný CT spawn na splitu, vole, že budou Masters a takhle, nebo to ne? Herní předměty, nápisy, bannery, zvuky. Ano, ano, počítá. Tak. Jaká influencera nebo spolupráce se společností podvíjáte negativně a proč? V e-sportu? Už hrajem? Tak to doplníme. Tak jedem. Už hráli pistolky? Už se odehrály pistolky, jo? Ukáž kompozice? Na tank sage.
They've always been pretty comfortable on this one. I think a lot of what they do well is those sort of...
Oni zase začínají defendu a zase mají double sentinel, ale to udělali už na Xboxu. Když teďka mají dualistu teda.
It's not going to be too different. Happy to sort of play the map and just sort of work off the pixel.
Jako mají insane defendy, gentlemates. A vitality.
Combination of flashes. This one can't really expect much.
Nevím, ty vitality se mi líbí nějak extrémně.
Lock out Natak from this round.
Not 2 maps in a row.
Yeah, if anybody has watched the previous map, they know what happened in the second round. Conversion from Vitality, but This time around, Bayas has got a response to it, and all of the Vitality players moving in together, they're walking into a Cypher setup.
I'm a little bit wary of mid, so because of that, we're not really going to see Whalers paying a massive amount of attention. Normally, of course, we're looking at Logan playing that center role, I guess just wanting to have a little bit more maneuverability, more aggressive positions, which you can do with that Omen. The fact is, though, Vitality have got themselves in an afterplan. Doesn't look like they're stopping there, and
Takas does Takas.
yeah, never mind. Never mind. Again, we've talked about the multi-frags. This one may be the least impressive.
Jako nejsem doktor, ale jsem doktor. Když máš pistolky, nechtěl bys učnout spíš to, kde je větší šance, že tam někdo bude a je tam víc close anglů. Tím bych nazval CTčko a ne market. Je to jako doktorská otázka. Ale nejsem doktor. A to byl to EKček, takže je to jedno.
As said, like the initial comp they ran on this map, it revolved around a raise your breach combination where they try and set up stuns across the map to sort of put these players into play. I think today we're seeing them go to more meta comps, and that will be more exciting for me if anything. Not the comps themselves are more explosive when you watch them the other way around, but it's more so. I want to see if Gentlemen's can do it, because if they can play the meta and then have those explosive comps, that makes a great team rather than one that can cause an upset here and there.
Tam říká dobrou věc, týpek, no, když říká tam dobrou věc. Když ty tady Gentlemen's budou hrát jiný kompy než ty s tím Phoenixem, ale furt můžu vytáhnout toho Phoenixe, tak to může štípnout. Kurz na Gentlemen's, tak 3, ne? Třeba.
Pushing and probing around the map too much, potentially just looking to play more of a aggressive wall can again just be an irritation. It gives free information. Also the slows more than anything. It just disjoints a lot of what you're going to have. Of course, the timing here is going to be everything.
Padval bude jak svině, no bohužel to tady nebudu.
Already the rotation to fully begin. You can see across the map already making their way back towards this A site.
And the fact that Vitality are tiptoeing their way into this A site, it's going to take a while for those to come into fruition. The tank, Quate on the opener, and even if he's blinded, he still finds impact. And Gentlemates have got all of the cavalry arriving just in time. The smoke is a little bit too deep, and Whalers is able to surpass it, no problem at all.
Growing up. Nikdy, kámo. Vyhranej bonus. Vyhranej bonus.
Vitality are really not allowed any round wins today.
No, and then again, it's just the explosive individual plays that drag them through huge round.
Vitality dolítali takzvaně.
Break this apart. The thing is that the counter flash, I believe, in that early fight that came out of Bayaz actually saved him. I think because he could see the player flashed rather than just being completely blind, but also his opponent can't see anything. So again, just solid counter utility from Bayaz, a silent hero, while Whalers might be the, I guess, the loud and proud hero.
Very true. Well, someone else that has got to be proud this round is
Vamos.
I mean, looking at his team start to shake up a little bit better than they have last time. Last kickoff, I would say. Any other of the other times we've seen Gentlemates play this year, to be fair.
I'll be honest,
yeah, mega cool club.
Yeah, he was having a little nap. I'm going to assume he had a really long night working counter. Because this is the thing, like people who don't know him from CS, don't know him from previous games. This guy was a mastermind and is a mastermind. But also in finding counters for his opponent. So I think that's where you kind of look at Vitality now and is this a coach battle?
It could be.
Oh. Počku, NA, první zápas, no první zápas NA dneska kouknem. A pak jdu do Hajan. A takhle se to střílí. Takhle se to výjimečně střílí, actually. Joker je stapa. Myslel flash, neviděl jsem to. Nestihl jsem to. A Sereho to?
30 seconds left.
I was watching him before I got into esports, so that's all you really need to know. There we go.
Nothing to say. Nothing to add to that.
Paranoia. It's going to get them in. That's the
Zajímavá Viper vola.
Into the after plant. A trip Doesn't look like it's been broken though, so falling back might actually be a bigger problem, but with the weapons they have, you expect aggression. Safe sender, okay, this just got interesting.
On to slyšel, ale neobehrál to. Co? Sender byl full blind, tak nebo proč tak dlouho nestřílel?
That was so close to him pulling off another absurd round to give Gentlemates another victory that they probably shouldn't have had, but hey, it's the pistols, those sheriffs, you know that your
Jako ty vitality vypadají, že mají personality o večer, kamaráde. Já jsem v životě neviděl je mít nějaký emoce, vole. To bych chtěl vidět nějaký vojskom těch vitality. Mně přijde, že tam jediný, kdo má jako personalitu, je ten Safe. No lodičky byly dobrý, no. Chtěl jsem je dneska zahrát a normálně už to skončilo. Jsem to nevypočítal. Už to byl ten jeden, to uteklo jak piča. On the wing.
Succeed with the first kill. Whaler's there to back it up. Replenish himself with some health. And he's still alive, kicking, breathing, and may want to go for another fight.
Oh! Miroslav skokando. Týpek si vzal jen tak jenom zbraň. Jen tak si vzal jenom zbraň. Mě vandala, ne předtím. No ne.
That was a bar fight. But now they've got to take a breath.
Crew loud nebyl pro crew.
A double kill and round secured for Gentlemates.
Nepodceňovat Laudy, nepodceňovat Laudy. Hlavně jestli už nehrajou ten hovnokom.
Obviously he was just there for bait, but the fact that a tank manages to survive there for such a ridiculously long time, and you can immediately see the response of Vitality. You just lost a round that was based around a Bucky.
Prohráli proti Buckyně, no. Paťák odvěděl.
It's not something I've said so far this season.
No, I'm just talking about the situation right now, right? It's not looking great.
Jak kouká ten side? Recon Phantom je top tier, no. Top tier skiník.
Yeah, this is one of those scenarios as well where you kind of wonder how much is going to be put into play here for the side of Vitality. Send it with a little bit of extra cash. Maybe they try a hero rifle because they do have themselves some pretty solid ultimates. Showstopper 2 away, Viper's Pit 1 away, and then everything else is online already. So even though the weaponry is not going to be ideal for a round like this, the ults are so good that you might want to try and gamble it and get yourself back in the game.
The thing is, it's not really the time to get back into the game, given how deep into their pockets they need to run in for this one, but they're not. Out for the next one, but you're right.
Adaptačních 5 kol. Ale nejspíš prohraje, no, nejspíš prohraje.
But with that there's a prerequisite, right? A kill or two. Can runner be the person to bring that to them?
Yeah, using that extra cash in the exact way I'd like to see it. Give him an opportunity. Is actually pushing this. He's got the one way to sort of give him a little bit of extra space. He also has backup from Bayaz. He's going to know that Safe is on the other side. Can Safe hit another wonder shot? No, he can't. That's going to be the opener that again.
And right off the angle, Gentlemates really good with finding these off positionings.
Not
only on these eco rounds, not only on these pushes, it's always, every single round they're able to get into positions that
Vitality Muffin. Muffin dostal ty od kapesníka včera. Jsem s ním si psal, to se musí podešit takovýhle věci. Aspoň to není tak jednostranný, ale... Říkal, že budou dělat reviews.
Yeah, they got the information off the back of the knife. Got to be a little
Dobrý žolotov.
These solo fights when rifles have now been retrieved definitely makes this round a little bit more dangerous.
Dělá ramena hovno. Jako kapesník jim turbo smurf jako v tom volku. Fakt. Hezký nožíček, ale.
But not going to be happening this time. 2 survivors by the end of that one, and Gentlemates look unrelentless on this defensive side.
Yeah, still for Vitality, not a bad round at all. Like you invest one rifle into it.
Ale jako můžou to vyhrát.
I
proti kapesníkovi, co tam probírali tipy a triky pro Muffina. co se musí udělat. Co jsme navodrivovali a co on vnímal ve hře špatně. Oni dneska taky skrimujou, ne, chat? Ne, dneska vlastně ne, říkal mi, že dneska neskrimujou. Dneska skrimujou jiný týmy. Ale jo, proti někomu jinému hrát, mě zajímá, jak to dopadne. Wall boost? Wall boost? Jaký je wall boost? To je dobrý. To jsem fanoušek, mám rád tuhle ty NPC wall boosty. Sejčka je prostě skvělá. Sejčka je prostě skvělá. NPC postavička prostě. Rob se Spikem. Moje predikce, ne, že bych to Spikeovi nepřál, ale podle včerejška bych si tipl, pokud hrajou na 3 mapy, tak to je 3-0 pro Roba, no. Hodně bych se divil, kdyby Spike dal mapu Robovi. Jakože ten tým, co má Rob, je úplně crazy. Ne, že bych to Spikeovi přál, samozřejmě, když mu to zkažte. Kouká jsem, že Spike grandí od 106. Pokud když zapnu Twitch, tak je na lolku. Tady se děje co? Tady to jsou homeboys. Homeboys proti kokotům, podle mě, Barte. A vyhrávají homeboys. Sačol.
Final mark will be seen by a blast pack to send him off, and Gentlemates collected themselves a 6th round.
Já jsem říkal mini, že to mohou být 2-1 pro Vitality, no. A Monster mi tady psal, kámo, ty Vitality jako, ty může být klidně první, oni jako jsou v pohodě. Klasicky je zaklel, klasicky je zaklel. Dobrý virusák. A ten napravo je lepší, ten napravý je lepší na tom třetím imo. Většinou pafují tamtou stranou lidi. O! Kde jsi tam vzal? Vola na escape! Vola na escape, kámo. Jako mají to fakt hezký, jako na tank je fakt dobrá sejčka, actually. Musím ocenit. Jako bývalý Sage main, musím ocenit dobrého Sage maina. Zatím se neviděl nějaký extrémní misplay od něj. Až na to instavolování, a to takový jako... Asi preference. Oh, on misnul bolík a na něj spadl, to si děláš prdel. Kolik to mají Barde, na skóre map?
The trips are still there. There's one more just in an obscure position. Rez has been used on the other side of the map, so it's actually going to be even for the retake. Whalers, though, he's trying to be a little bit cheeky, and that's exactly what he does.
No way, it works out. Catch a sender on the cross. And now there's a Viper's Pit available for Safe. Will he be using it? I don't think so. There's no real need. Actually, he goes in for it.
Dobrá ultina, no. Není moc dobrá ta ultina. Mohla být lepší. Mohli mít až za rok tu ultinu. A tohle mu vyjde dobře jak svině. Nevyhraje to Asia Ace. Je tam čas, je tam čas. Kámo, to šlo vyhrát, ale kdyby full dal. Jaj. On dá Ace a prohrál.
That's got to be one of the most brutal things ever. He would have had to get a 6k to take that one. The bonus ace would have been needed for Safe to be able to get that.
What the fuck?
The thing is, it started with such a strong performance from the side of Mace.
Chápu, Barte.
Good clearing off utility, and then this man just went absolutely ham, but it wasn't quite enough to get things over the line. Vitality, they're going to take their second pause within this first half. But the fact that it came down to Safe needing to pull out a miracle kind of shows the spot that they're in.
I mean, we're starting to see individual
Zahrál to hezky Safe, no, s tou ultinou nakonec. A si babičku, no.
Vitality gets something going in their favor. Yeah, they've got Safe. Benji Fishy said it. Don't 1v1 Safe. Don't do it.
Yeah, they didn't. They 1v3
They 1v3 them. Still.
He still almost won. But let's ignore that.
But Gentlemates had an answer in the likes of Whalers this time, who, to be fair, hasn't had great performances this entire year. But and it's one of those moments that any other player, any other team, you see a player like that isolated going for 1vx in any situation while there are other players around to help is ludicrous. It's insane. It's a play that shouldn't happen, but Whalers went for it and it paid off.
Herdy si nemají skin, protože Herdy hraje cinkačka turnaj part 2, to hraje i Freeze, ale... A cinkačku, na cinkačku necahej, Barte, vychni cinkačka, ale to cinkejte, vole. Čau, Vlkos. Ona bude i druhá cinkačka, no, bude i druhá cinkačka, tady taky. Byla mi zasláno. Musím jí ještě to pořešit.
Their players, albeit being of some of the greatest caliber that we've seen in this league, haven't been quite sure.
Dáme tanky? Čo dal bych? Do budoucna. To je dobrý bait. Umře jeden, Driota nebudou čekat. Driota nebude čekat. Ale on tam nevidí, kurva. Mohl jít za roh, kámo. Mohl jít za roh.
They've been placing that wall every single time so they can get themselves the orb. So this time they try and play on top of it, and they manage to take down Safe. Now obviously the trade is there, but at the loss of Safe, after one of the only times we've really seen a round look competitive. Vitality though, it's a pace change and the showstopper gets nothing.
Again, it's a risk play from Logan to actually make it work. It just holds his ground and presses that mouse.
Zítra mini. Půlní vedu do té Prahy, že jo? To je jasný, man. Actually, kdy jsou ty relegations, na nechci koukat možná. Já se na ně budu možná koukat, na ty relegations, ne?
Puts Gentlemates on the hot seat. Can now not only do they have to get on the spike, but they have to deal with all the players hiding out. And Main still blinded, doesn't care. Into the smoke. Vitality are starting to lose players left and right. Gentlemates are winning their trades, and there's nothing Tex can do about it.
Nový formát, jo, 4 týmy z Premier League.
They're just doing everything right. Again, the util coming through, the team play and the retake looks fantastic.
Barton se nehraje dneska, ale to se hráš někdy v květnu. Ty hlavou šišata.
Being able to take them all over the line in the end. 8-1. Running away with things. After what was
bude to divný, bude, no. Premier tým byl dostanou na piču, bych se typl, nebo? Jen se nevědělo, že ten premiér bude jak tam postupovat. Kdybych to věděl, kamaráde, tak už tady hrajou ten premiér jako bez piči. Z prdelky.
The first victory for Gentlemates in this matchup.
I thought you said in the tank there, so yeah, I thought you did a little bit of wordplay, but no, not the case.
Martin Everblay
doesn't pay dividends because quite simply he's not a Gentlemates player because only those things work.
Co ty vitality dělají, ale
it's gotten a bit under control. Well, not really. No one's got control over this one. Perhaps Safe does. No, not really. Gentlemates. They took.
Co to je za stomp, to jako?
But it's still theirs.
Yeah, there were moments where that looked possible.
Ojnev. Kolik je vůbec? Nebudu se hrát úplně strašně moc her kvůli tomu. 8 je. Zase Sage vola. OK, chat. Jdem na lanket hrát Sagečku, okamžitě, vole.
Has truly come back for a long time. Like people would talk about it. Okay, maybe you could say Cracks did it when he brought it in. Seen it a little bit. Other than Foot, no one has been running a battle sage. The tank is a battle sage. He is a duelist that just happens to have a heal.
Not very good heal if you heal.
Cool.
He's not just your healer.
No.
Vyhrát premiér nemůžu, protože jsou kamarády, k tomu já nemám kamarády, Bartem. Nemám homies, homeboys. Provolokoval skrz to orb, jo?
The tank thought that Logan had that cross covered because the fact that they were so far forward already. Definitely a little bit deadly.
What?
Oh, he manages to shoot it, but it's a good pick.
Neumí popnout toho žvatláka, ne, ale to šlo popnout. On to neumí prostě jen kicks, podle mě přísám. Barte, všechno, už jsem utratil za tebe. Už mi nic nezbylo.
Dagger spotting out 3 players doesn't prompt a rotate here from Vitality.
Máš nás, Steve, happy.
They've got this whole thing. Red Flash is superb. Can they find an answer to it? Thrash in retaliation. Vitality.
Dobrý modík tam je na střeše.
He looks to spice things up, but it's still
Dobrý line-up.
an operator isn't the right gun for the situation.
No, at the same time, financially, not in a bad spot. He can actually opt to try and risk this one. Try and go back in for something. He might not have the opt for the next round, but I don't think he'll mind.
Is he going to pick up a Vandal and go for the 1v3? Or is he going to go all the way around?
Ne, patanožík. Patanožík.
Imagine if he had his operator out, that could have been a collateral and this would have been an entirely different world.
Finally, we see a resurgence.
When další gets the rank?
Again, good openers. I like that this time Safe almost just takes the initiative. Gets aggressive. I do think that there was expectations that Logan had that cross. I think that might just be slightly miscommed or just not catching him as he goes past, but that actually leads Natan going to his death, and he's been the main problem that they've had outside this A site. I think he might just go back to the standard of just walling something off at the beginning.
Is this the round, the catalyst, if you will, for Vitality? Can it all be?
Ty jsi dal peníze, Barte?
The round that they needed, really. Draw it all back.
Co ti jebe na tuto?
But they are going to move quite quickly into this one, but there's already strong defensive setup here from Gentlemates. Seems that Vitality have no respect for it. Runner instantly.
Ty si magoj.
Just spraying down. Toxic Stream goes out, but the flash is superb. Not quite enough.
Nejdem ho zabil.
Gentlemates defenders alive, but Runner has gone berserk. Found 2 kills for himself, and Vitality heavily in the lead this round.
It looks like it's done. It looks like the 9-3 will be happening unless.
Co se dostane ještě, Barte, koukej, 9-3 kurz. 9-3 kurz, Bartem. O. Možná 10-2. Možná 10-2 kurz. Kdyby dostal někoho jinýho, tak to má lepší utility možná, ale... Sage vola! Sage vola! On to stihne! On to stihne! On to stihne, že pokraje! On to má! Ty Jak? Jak, bro? Jak?
End it there. End it there. I can't believe it.
Tak to je crazy tohle.
Just enough time for him to put that.
Jak chci vidět záběr na Vitality.
What was it? 0.29 of a second? They lose that round. I literally cannot believe that we've seen this much impact of someone peeking.
Jako co dal ten Beas?
And then Beas just the bodyguard. Like you are not getting past him.
Jak se sněje Bobík. A teď jim říká, uklidněte se, uklidněte se.
Sorry, I need a second. I need to breathe. I need to sit. This is not reality.
I want a friend like Beas, you know? Someone who can defend me, make me feel safe.
Čau, Karastapo, jako na tank je borec jak svině, vole.
Well, we all do need a friend like that. But here Vitality trying to find something work out in the pistol. Yeah, we're all still overwhelmed from the previous one. Imagine how the Vitality players are feeling right now. That was stolen away from them. Cold-blooded murder.
Oh yeah, that's got to be like one of the biggest throw rounds I've ever seen.
Oh no, oh no.
Timeouts, right?
Yeah,
oh no.
That only happens because Drex dies, but I can't even blame him. Like, why would you expect them to be able to win with that much time left?
No, pravda, neměl Drex speakovat. Ša la 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 la, Drex je trover.
Even though there's aggression coming in, they may just opt to try and group up and play this one as a retake. I don't think it's worth the gamble for Sender to try and play this one, especially bear in mind he's got the paranoia, so he has the perfect piece of utility to try and get.
Ještě věříš těm penízkům, Barta, aby nacinkali? Ša la 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 la, penízky.
It's just making a lot of the retakes or a lot of the takes.
200 NBC stream, vítám vás tady všechny, čusíček.
I guess Vitality spent the last few seconds taking a few breaths in. Might as well take
Pressin.
chance you get because Gentlemates
Bassin.
It's all down to timing on this exchange, which Sender does win.
Další Sage wall boost.
It's Natank in a weird angle.
You'd
Jim to vyhrajou 2-3 zase. Zase čum. Zase to vyhrajou, kámo.
It's insane. It's Whalers with the triple. It's Gentlemates on 11, 2 away from closing out this series.
Já nemůžu.
13-4 at the moment. Just again, the thing is the synergy of the risk. Like you see,
proč to prostě neoběhli, kámo? Mohli oběhnout legit.
They have a spot. They have a little bit of a gap in the wall, which was actually created by Vitality, and he's just so ready to try and play off the back of it. At this point, Gentlemates are so high on life that they aren't losing this game. I just cannot see it happening. They're winning every single.
A nebo stačilo se trénovat na té sejčce teda ještě.
And for the side of Vitality,
Ještě stačilo se trénovat.
they're having to throw everything into this round just to try and have
Leviathan?
some form of semblance.
G2 jsem ještě neviděl hrát nic, no. Ještě jsem neviděl G2 hrát nic. Na papíře by to měl vyhrát Leviathan, ale NA vyhráli všechny zápasy, co jsem koukal, ale Underdogs. Tak schválně.
Anything kicks. You've got to come alive here, but Takas is just too clean. Too damn accurate snaps on his head. It's the only thing we've been hearing, snapping sounds.
Jo, jsou dobrý, tak schválně.
Vitality's heads, skulls being cracked wide open. What truly can you do? Close up the distance.
Nejdem ho zabil. Čau JMS. To půjdu spát už. Dneska musím spát brzo.
Takas looks to clean up with a ghost. Send up. You sent your team into death, and now you have to. All right, let's make it a bit comedic for Gentlemates a little bit. They can't win that cleanly, but yeah, they are on map and series
decided
point.
to help them out. He's like, guys, I'm playing so well. I'm just gonna name myself to end the round.
13-2 je bička. A to je dobrý pro nás jak svině, to na ty fanoušky. Vitality budou mít tak v píči kola, tak v píči ty kola. Vitality už... dopinkali. Jenom za tuhletu hru, pokud to bude 13-2, tak to je kolik? 19 kol, minus 19 budou mít za tuhleto. Pověráš proti Giants a Koi. A Fnatic mají nejtěžší zápasy před sebou, no. Ale modlím se. Kulatej. Jezení je jeho vášeň.
Very deep positioning here from Takas in mid. While the rest of the cavalry moving in towards this right hand side. Safe's holding out.
Pro ty mače budou šílenost, no. Bohužel jeden vole prostě. To musí zapnout ty asi mini. KC nevím. Uprostřed ne, bo možná trochu nadprůměr. KC hrajou za nějak, nevím kdy.
30 seconds left.
An opportunity. Safe again. He's just trying to buy time. 20
Ale vole zas.
on the clock for them to try and make their move. He's going to drop the spike as well.
Ale vola tam je.
It's a trade. Still a chance for a clutch, and it would be the most Gentlemates way to close it ever.
Again, Tom. Do you reckon?
2v3 zase, 2v4 dokonce. Musel by tam být na tank v tom kláči a vyhráli by to.
This is not a mountain to climb, Tom. This is...
No, you're climbing a volcano. Even if you get to the top, you're gonna get burned. Like that I don't see how they can possibly get back into this game, especially with the way that their opponents have been playing, even just on an individual level. Like someone like Whalers or Takas
Comeback, no jasně.
or Logan will
Čau,
clutch
VIT.
on one of these rounds. Screw, if it goes far enough, maybe Existence will jump up on the stage and clutch one.
We've seen everything today, Tom. I wouldn't be surprised if
Ty teda zajímavý zápasy, stěru ten druhý až do, bohužel.
Merci. One second.
Jako kdyby je prohodil, abych se nezlobil.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Buy round on both teams. Vitality, they've been able to hold on for a little bit.
Flashung.
How long can they do so?
Dobrý flashík.
Flashed off.
Co jestli Vitality comebacknu, vytáhnu ho na streamu. Jak Bruncla. Čoleček. Čau Streetman. Oh!
And for that, gentlemates will have to wait to close out this game.
14-12. Ian Brunslick bude prezident.
I like the fact that we're seeing Vitality basically just not overface this, not overdo it. Like they know that at any moment one of these players can just take over a round. So now that they have such a huge advantage, just don't give them those fights.
Logan trying to find an alternative angle to this. They know the approach has come mainly from mid, and that's where Wailers has shown his presence earlier, and now has done so again.
Na Slovensku.
Not quite going to use the cage just for it. One-sided smoke, yeah, that's going to complicate everything.
Prezident čolku. Má permu? Má permu?
This is not going anywhere.
Nebo má tak nějaký dopis o tom, že je restartovaný PC.
Stopping gentlemates, getting the right read. I think that's a big aspect to it, because I feel like gentlemates have been keeping Vitality blind the entire game. It felt like Vitality are trying to read an invisible book.
Yeah, I think also just what they've been very good at is with sort of utility. A lot of the time you can't do a lot with. They've been very good at doing a lot with it. Like again, just like a Sage Wall. The amount of times they've been caught by something similar like a Sage Wall, that it must just be infuriating.
Jako, já tak vždycky přemýšlím, jako jestli se tohle jenom opakuje, já to tak nevnímám, nebo ne. A takovéhle jako bizar píčovina. Si pamatuju, býval Jan Zelenka, Dominika Myslivcová. A obojí to prostě bylo jako rychlovka, vole. To prostě se na to udělalo pár videí, řeklo se, jo, to jsou, označilo se, že prostě, jo, to jsou jakoby spodiny, dementi, nebo tak. Dělají sračky pro views a už se na to dál nekoukalo, prostě pak to umřelo. Ale prostě novodobě se furt dokola se na to kouká, furt si musí říkat dokola, že jsou jeblí ty lidi. Co se změnilo? Odchycem. No kdo ještě byl? Nevím, někdo mě nenapadá, Jacob dík za follow. Zelenka. A třeba u Zelenky by bylo jasný, že to je herectví, vole. Otarim. No. A to není tak dávno, ale hlavně. Já myslím něco, co prostě jako... Třeba 10 let dozadu, víš? Tady je tak 5-6 let dozadu. Jako jeho dramata. To už začínalo se řešit hovno, no. Míša? To už je 10 let. Horší byly, horší než Míša byla ta mámovy šílenosti, jak se jmenovala, vole. To mě sralo. Dneska konzumují děti content víc než předtím. To nemyslím si VITy. Akorát prostě se to přesunulo do nějaký sračkovidní formy. Předtím strašně děti koukali na YouTube, ale koukali, víš na co koukali? Na Minec. Na Menta, na Gamera, na Exploiteda a všichni koukali na Minec. Bylo to hezký. Denisa TV, jo, Denisa TV, no a to byl Péťa, ale nebo i ostatní. Ano, Jirka Král vlastně, no, Jirka Král. Minecraft fakt OG. Jirka Král, go, všichni ale Minecraft, to bylo prostě hezký, vole. To mě bavilo. Pak sněla Agrela, který natáčel let's playe. Na to jsem taky koukal, když jsem byl prostě dítě. Ne jako úplný dítě, jsem starý, ale prostě mladý dítě prostě, no.
hyper aggressive from Runner here, trying to disrupt anything that have got going for them right on time. As soon as the dagger falls up, Runner reacts, and that's the early pick and damage onto Beyaz.
Oh, it's Takas as well. He almost wiped out 3 players. That would have been an absurd way to kick off the round, but he
zpátky do hry. Můj čoleček je v ohrožení. Pomalu, ale jistě. OG Vedry? Jo, Vedry je borec. I Baxe jsem nerad. Ten nehrál teda Minecraft, to až trochu později, ale Baxe si nachyrat. S Vedrym. What the heck? Můj čoleček je v pořádku. Jo, to je pravda, Ondra Vlček, ty vole, byla dobrá sračka. Kolik ti je? 22. To je 23.
Takas, he knows exactly where Vitality are. They've got the spike planted, they've got numbers advantage, Vitality kicks and send out.
Vedry dělal LoL Let's Play. To bylo první video, co jsem kdy z LoLka snad viděl. Vedryho debilní keci.
Whale is dropped. And that makes things a little simpler, but they've got to move outside of a smoke. They don't really have a flash to do it. They're going to have
Finito!
a dry peek, and Logan puts them
Krása.
to rest. Gentlemates, a 2-0. That
Krása.
possible keeps their hopes for playoffs alive.
Respekt.
We've always had nightmares, or many people have, when it comes to Logan. You think about his Killjoy, you think about his Cypher.
TikTokíci, díky za návštěvu. Vidíme se kolem 11. TikTokíci na Aspas Leviathan versus G2. YouTubíci, vy taktéž a tím. Papa, pokračujeme na Twitchi, ale s relaxujícím contentem.
They could be anyone. Got to add something to that, and when they're feeling it. And let's be fair, today they were feeling it.
Yeah, I think the tank Sage as well.